Madrid on. I'm going to put Mike Madrid's tweet up because it really hit me hard, and I'm genuinely think, and I don't want to agree with Mike Madrid, okay, but I think he's right here, and I am going to read his tweet. You're more than welcome to read it here too. But quote, and he's referencing the Carney, the Carney message. This is extraordinary. The first speech articulating the new global order, one defined by middle powers that balance resource with principles to balance the dangerous forces of great powers pursuing strength for its own sake. A big moment in history on us. Um, that was a gut punch, Mike. As I said, I don't want to agree with you. But it's hard for me to see personally how we can go back. And if we can, it will take a very long time. I'd love for you to expand on that if you don't mind, and let us bounce that around for just a little bit.
Well, look, I don't want to agree with me either. Sometimes I'm the person I want to disagree with me most, but it's hard to come to any other conclusion. So let me kind of set the stage here. We just had at Davos, the leading of gathering of world leaders, the Prime Minister of Canada articulating to the world and to other NATO members that essentially America is no longer the sole global hegemon, and he makes a damning and eloquent articulation as to why. In a sense, saying, "I'm about to say what you all know to be true, what the
Hmm.
whole world knows to be true," and he does it elegantly, eloquently through the words of Václav Havel. And even better is he does it through the words of saying that communism, this idea of communism, was all a big farce in the first place. These ideologies, which we have all bought into, have really always been more transactional. We've all known that as what he calls middle powers, not a great power, not nuclear powers, not one of the dominant forces on the globe, but the middle powers, and says we've all been sort of transactional with that, and that has always kind of worked. We've always kind of played second, third, fourth fiddle to that because it has provided for both security and prosperity, but those days are now over. And I'm basically going to be the first child to point at the emperor naked walking down the streets and say, "Mama, he has no clothes."
Hmm.